Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. In this video, we will learn about sentences, that is your first chapter of your English language book. A sentence is the largest unit of any language. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. The sentence is generally defined as a word or a group of words that express a thorough idea by giving a statement, order, or asking a question, or even exclaiming. For example, he's a good boy is a statement. Is he a good boy is a question. What a nice weather, it's an exclamation. Ideally, a sentence requires at least one subject and one verb. Sometimes the subject of a sentence can be hidden, but the verb must be visible and present in the sentence. Let's take an example. Suppose I say do it. In this sentence, a subject you is hidden, but verb do is visible. So now we can say that a sentence is a group of words usually containing a verb that express a thought in the form of a statement, question, instruction, or exclamation, and always starts with a capital letter when written. Sentences have two parts, subject and a predicate. A subject is the person or thing that performs an action, or a person or thing that is the focus of the sentence. And the predicate of the sentence is the part that contains the action. Functionally, sentences are of mainly four types: declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. We will discuss one by one in detail. We will first discuss about declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are also known as an assertive sentence. An assertive sentence simply expresses an opinion, feeling, or makes a statement and even describes things. In other words, it declares something. This type of sentence ends with a full stop. The examples are there on the screen. You can observe that all the sentences start with a capital letter and they all end with full stop. Now, the second type of sentence, interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. Interrogative sentences must end with a note of interrogation, that is, a question mark. You can see the examples on the screen. All the sentences start with a capital letter and end with a mark of question. Another type of sentence is exclamatory. An exclamatory sentence expresses emotions or feelings. These feelings can be of happiness, wonder, sorrow, anger, grief, etc. Look at the examples on the screen. All the sentences that are given as an example of exclamatory sentences start with a capital letter and they end with a mark of exclamation, and they all represent a feeling. The next type of sentence is imperative sentence. We use an imperative sentence to make a request or to give a command. Imperative sentences usually end with a full stop, but under certain circumstances, it can even end with a note of exclamation. For example, if I say please sit down, it expresses a request. But when I say I need you to sit down now, it expresses not only an order but also anger. So we can say that imperative sentences can even end with a full stop or mark of exclamation. As far as the structure of sentence is concerned, sentences are of three types: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. A simple sentence must have a single clause or a single verb which is independent and it cannot take another clause. For example, I always wanted to become a writer. In this sentence, you can see there is only one clause. So this type of sentence qualifies as a simple sentence. If we talk about a compound sentence must have more than one independent clause with no dependent clauses. Some specific conjunctions, punctuation, or sometimes both are used to join together these clauses. For example, I always wanted to become a writer and she wanted to become a doctor. In this sentence, there are two independent clauses. So this type of sentence qualifies as a compound sentence. Now let's talk about a complex sentence. A complex sentence also has more than one clause, but one of them must be an independent clause and the other must be dependent clause. There are also some particular connectors for the clauses of a complex sentence to be connected. For example, I know that you always wanted to be a writer. Here, a dependent clause is followed by a connector and an independent clause. Children, you will find on the screen there is a picture in which a comparative study of sentence structure has been shown with the help of the differences and example that will help you to understand it more clearly. So this was all about sentence parts, types, and also the structure. Thank you, children.